what the bill says about pornography on promotion, Article 13, it actually puts a sentence of 7 years. That is the bill that Ugandans are supporting. 7 years. When you arrest a homosexual for distributing pornographic material, actually what these people are saying that we are now going to have separate laws for homosexuals and separate laws for heterosexuals. If someone...
He's linking the two. Yes. Yes. Because both laws talk about pornography. So,
I'm informed.
Yes. Please continue. Okay. Please continue. And we're coming to
the
Pastor Martin
anti-pornographic bill.
So close your...
puts it all together. If it is for adults, 10 years. If it is for children, 15 years. I believe it is a much stronger law. And now they've come up with this.
The anti-homosexuality law says 7 years. The anti-pornography says 10 to 15 years. So you say that the other law is stronger and this one is weaker.
Wait.
Yes.
The existing law, there was even section 166 on the penal code on pornography. And it catered for it well, distributed and so on and so forth. It carried sentences. But this one, which is now being amended, which was brought and it has been passed, it was actually passed on Thursday. And then the anti-pornography was passed on Friday. The same people who enacted this are the same people who have enacted this. What is the motive? Secondly,
Pastor Male, you had time to make your point.
No. Pastor
Sempas, we can't go on and yes, but we can't go on and on.
Wait. Let me make just one point.
Okay, 1 point, and then we go to Pastor Sempa. Just one point. And I'll hold you to that.
The same people who passed the amendment to the penal code in 2007, the bulk of them are in Parliament. Do they read laws? Do they study them? Do they analyze them? Are they simply coming up with new laws every time, wasting taxpayers' money? I thought they would have sat down, analyzed the existing laws, then say, this is the gap. If there was a gap, they would have simply made amendments, not coming up with a weaker law.
Thank you, sir.
Which gives the homosexuals a mileage.
All right, thank you very much, Pastor Male. Yes, Pastor Sempa.
I would like to educate Pastor Male on how litigation takes place.
Did you read this penal code amendment of 2007?
You said
when you commit a crime.
Pastor
Male, I am educated. Let me educate you. Point of education.
You must be knowledgeable before you argue.
So now, the constitution of the country lays out the values and the mores and what we believe in, especially on the subject of Article 31 on making homosexual marriage a crime. But a law has to be created out of that article, because you cannot go to court and litigate anyone based on the Constitution.
Are you aware that there is a law on marriage?
Please, excuse me.
And there is the marriage and divorce bill, which you've supported.
Can I finish
It talks
with
about
this issue?
marriage between man and woman.
Yes,
the inability, and of course some of our people are very well-meaning, like Pastor Male, but they are unable to understand the process of how litigation and criminal...
Are you informed? Are you knowledgeable? That is the issue.
So now,
why are you confusing Ugandans?
We do
that
have...
There is no law.
We do have, and I'm helping him.
We do have.
You're not helping me, Martin.
While we do have, of course, knowledge...
You are just confused.
Truth is bitter.
And you are ignorant.
Okay, Pastor Male, you had said that you allow him to speak. So let's allow him to speak. Yes.
Mu constitution yaffe tulina article egamba nti okola ebisiyaga oba embago gikola kiba kimenya etteeka, naye tewali ate etteeka likugira kukola ekyo lisobola genda mu kooti. Kati the Attorney General, whether the defense or the prosecutor needs a law, so this law had to be made. So Pastor Male, really calm down.
Has a marriage ever taken place for homosexuals?
So Pastor Sempa, let me ask. Pastor Sempa, let me ask. Hasn't there been litigation in the courts of law, and the basis of this litigation is homosexuality? Are there decided cases on homosexuality?
There's never been a case on same-sex weddings or same-sex marriages.
This is a case on homosexuality.
So,
decided with a sentence.
There's never been a case.
Is that the Chubuka case?
Of same-sex marriage.
He's not informed. Let me
I think it's confusing. Privacy issues.
Yes.
Okay, of Pepe. Privacy issues vis-a-vis same-sex weddings.
Okay.
So I think that what I've just done is disabuse, because Pastor Male is opposing this law because he's thinking that already we have a clause in the Constitution. But having a clause of Article 31 in the Constitution, it must be supported whether by a penal code or a specific law, a bill that needs to be used in the courts of law. You cannot go to a magistrate or high court using a constitution.
Yes, but the penal code.
Sempa.
Yes, hold on, Pastor Male.
You failed to get them married.
Yes,
and now,
Pastor Male.
You be informed and knowledgeable, Sempa.
Yes.
Be serious.
The Penal Code Act. Just hold on.
The Penal
Code Act.
Yeah.
The Penal Code Act.
Yeah.
Sections 145 to 150 actually talk about homosexuality. There it talks about it as unnatural sex against the order of nature. So yes, there are laws that are already talking about homosexuality.
Let him read Romans 1, 26, 27, and get what sex against the order of nature means.
And the laws we are referring to
it was actually extracted from the Bible and put in the penal code, and he still does not understand it. And he says he's knowledgeable and informed, he has read.
Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, the lack of education,
I'm not educated, but I'm knowledgeable,
is causing
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we take another break right now, but please continue watching our Parliament.
Thank you.